I hope you not accepted a Chinese guy. My name is Tian, and today is my first time to the presentation about the BIM HVACTool. I think you never heard about it. And it's a quite new software. It's more an in-house software for our own consulting. We call it BIM because when I start with the software, it was only HVACTool, very boring. But then I go to Asia and they push me with BIM. So then, okay, I make it easier, BIM HVACTool, then my software is BIM. And today, I want to introduce you or show you a little bit about the tool, what the tool can do, like an overview. So, the big face, it's me. And I also have an engineer here, Mr. Dirk Weiss. He is an energy guy, so if you have some question about the Energy Plus or about the Nanrad, so you can question him in the break. I'm more a CFD guy. I started 12 years ago. When I finished my university, I'm building service engineer. But during my students, I developing OpenForm. Maybe you heard about OpenForm together with Jazak and some other guys from London also. So, but I take care about the HVAC with OpenForm. So that's radiation, CO, humidity, everything. So we adjust OpenForm and then push it to OpenCFD together to OpenForm. And also our consulting service R&D. So we work together with some technical university like Dresden or NTU Singapore. So we applied for some grant, some money, and then we made some R&D together to developing new tools. Also consulting, that's my normal job. So we do consulting for the big project like Shanghai Tower, maybe you heard about it, opening last year, Joule. It's a terminal, big terminal, and so we support the engineer, how can you do it with OpenForm or some other software package. Third one is building services, MEP. It's a normal MEP service, construction, HVAC, piping, plumbing, and so on. And the last one is I also teaching in German side the new students how to use OpenForm, how to use building simulation, how building simulation can help your job later. When you go out, you need to do some green building, and so we are teaching in the university, and in Germany the most university using our software because the university in Germany is a little bit poor because we're not paying for the student, we're not paying for the university, so we cannot buy ANSYS for 100,000 euro and more. So we are searching for some open source software. So that's the reason why we start with the graphical interface, because if you have some contact with OpenForm, it's totally difficult with software. Without interface, you can die. With HVACTool, I talked about already. So for OpenForm, it's comfort form is PVD, PMV, draft risk, everything, humidity. So you cannot find on an official website from OpenCFD. You need to go to the developing version, or you go to some other, like Tobias Holzmann. So if you Google for the OpenForm, you will find many websites about us. So that's R&D. Consulting, I talked already about it. Building services, teaching and training is one part. I start 2005 alone. Start up as beginner and then make consulting, but most of the consulting was CFD. Then 2011, so I found it because the risk is too high. If the Shanghai Tower crashed and I get the whole responsibility. I cannot pay the whole building, so that's mean I founded a company. In 2012, the government asked me in Singapore, okay, can we sell your software also in Asia? So we open. I'm looking for some guy, and then we share and open an office in Singapore. And now it's in Shanghai also, and then in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and these 4 parts I take care about it. And then the software grew up more and more. So that's more city will come, maybe New York, London, I hope so. Then Dresden, because we are very close with Technical University Dresden. And in India, maybe in the future also. it's a good feedback for us because we know, okay, the software is growing, many people are using it, yeah, so it's nice to see. Yeah. And what kind of software is using OpenForm? Maybe you know Jewel. I'm from Berlin, Germany. You know we cannot finish airport, so but in Singapore it must be finished. So it's very complex for building. Yeah. It's a waterfall inside the whole area. It's cooling down. Yes, it's maybe I show you some movie to understand this situation.
I'd ask you to having clear for the marcher.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So it's complicated for the normal engineer. Yeah? I saw today a lot of software package where I'm impressed. Yeah? But in my consulting, normally my building is not square. It's round, have a waterfall inside, or it's very difficult to calculate the heat load, the cool load. Yeah? In this building, the MVP engineer run away, yeah? And then we have to find out the solution. Yeah? Okay, how can we calculate the glasses, yeah? The roof? Yeah? If I make some mistakes, then 30,000 square meter glasses is damaged. Yeah? Then, if I make it dark because I want to, I do not like a lot of cooling nodes. Then the gardener was complaining, he need lights for the flowers. Yeah? Then waterfall, okay, which kind of temperature? Yeah? The waterfall is the boundary between the hot air and the cold air inside. Yeah. And then you have to run the CFD because the people need air, fresh air. So it was very difficult. Yeah. And now you can understand why we need green building simulation. Yeah. So if you go in 2 years, or it's open next year, so you can check in this terminal. Yeah. It looks like a shopping mall. Yeah. Then Westgate Shopping Center, and you see the building which we got from architecture. It's not like a square box. Yeah, it's very complicated. So we need to find a way. Okay, how can we make it more easier to run with Energy Plus or with Nandrad? And then here it's ETTV calculation. ETTV is not so famous, I think, in European. It's more in Asia country, yeah? Malaysia, Indonesia. Then also in Shanghai, we make daylighting. Yeah? Here also CFD. And Kidzania, so if you have some kids, and the kids is sometimes very difficult, you can bring it in like a shop, and then the kids can learning some, they have to walk in the kindergarten and earn some plastic money, yeah, and then they can buy some ice, so the kids learning how to do later the job, yeah, and the parents are free, can go around. In Germany it's not allowed, but in Asia the people like it to bring the kids there, yeah. So, and here's an example, atrium simulation, yeah. And you see this is where the model comes from SketchUp or from Rhino, yeah. So we have to find a way. Okay, how can we set up for OpenForm? Yeah, OpenForm is a terminal software under Linux, and there's no interface, no graphical interface. Yeah. Also here from Energy Plus, we need to coupling the OpenCFD with Energy Plus, yeah, and we have to synchronize both software, so we can run 1 year Energy Plus, and also we can run 1 year CFD, yeah, and see what happened about over 1 year. And this is an example for our interface. Okay, BIM HVACTool you can download from buildingengineering.de. I will updating my website soon. It's a little bit difficult to find for the people, so go to www.buildingengineering.de. It's easier now. You press get it now, and then you can download the software. Yeah? It's a demo. You can testing 1 month, yeah? And under software you can find radiance. I compiling radiance, and my radiance version has some additional tools because the Python script is not compiling for Windows. And also you can find OpenForm for Windows. Normally OpenForm is only Linux, but I compiling it also for Windows. So everything is free. You can download and you can install it on your PC, and you can try by yourself. Yeah. Okay, BIM HVACTool, it's connected with many other third parties, like FDS. I don't know, maybe you heard about FDS, Fire Dynamic Simulation. So my target is, my effort was quite big at the beginning. Yeah? So I only need one model, and then I drop my model, and then I want to export to FDS because I have to make some fire simulation. Yeah? Then I have to export to OpenForm to run the comfort, PMP, PPD. Then I also need the energy assumption, so I have to push it to Energy Plus. Then the owner asked me about the daylighting, so I have to push the gradients. Yeah? But I cannot drop every time. Yeah? I need a new software, drop my model again, and then drop again. So I need one software, can handle one model. And the next step is the BIM server. Is the next step, that's meaning the architecture or you as engineer, you install a BIM server, and then all people together, we're uploading their model in the BIM server, and you can download all information. Yeah? So our information is like CFD or energy, surface temperature. We downloaded it, we simulation it, and push it back to the BIM server. Yeah? The architecture, drop this new building, push it to the BIM server. So we got the signal, okay, there's an update model, so we downloaded the model, and we can update our model very easy, yeah? Without dropping again. Yeah? So that's the BIM server. I think it's a future. It will come in the next years. And NANRAD is another software package. I think you never heard about it. It's the next generation of Energy Plus, I think, yeah, because it mixes Modelica with Energy Plus and FMU. I think Mr. Weiss can explain more later. And it's faster, and it can handle more than 1,000 zooms without any trouble. So you can find a lot of information on the internet if you search for NANRAD. Okay, import is IFC, GBXML, SketchUp, maybe Revit. Can be that in the next version we also can import Revit directly. I heard the format is open now, and so that's our import. But then the National University in Singapore, they push us because now Oculus is outside. You heard about Oculus, it's the VR glasses, yeah. So the people like it more to simulating under VR. So you can turn on the VR Oculus, and then you Unity, and then you drop your model like this one. If I don't know, my engineer are sleeping or walking. Yeah? We have glasses. So. But it's nice, yeah, you can see what happened with your building. You can see in the corner, okay, it's quite big, yeah, like the Philharmonie, you can see, oh, it's quite tall, yeah, and 3D connection. And the next step is also the customer asked me, okay, we want to walk by ourselves, yeah, we want to see the CFD. So we have a connection to Unity. Unity is a game engine, yeah. So game engine and simulation is quite close together, yeah. So every game is like a simulation, yeah. So you can export, or you can use your simulation result and then put it to the Unity, and then you can give it to your customer, and then here check it. You can go through your building and then see, okay, there's the streams, here's more shining, shadow, everything, yeah. Okay, NANRAD, some overview, but I think you go to TU Dresden, and then it's free. You can download it also, yeah, like Energy Plus. And if you start our software, you can choose by yourself. You want to push to Energy Plus your host, or you want to push your model to NANRAD. Yeah? No need to drop a new building. Yeah? Okay, enough for PowerPoint. Let's go to the software. Have a look. It's a Gangnam style. Yeah, normally my students are very happy at this time. No? I will move the screen later. Okay. So. Let me change the resolution. Bigger or smaller? So this is our interface. Our software interface is quite dark. Yeah. So it's easy because the engineer in my consulting or in my office, I don't like a lot of buttons, yeah, press here and there. And so I hire a lot of soft buttons. So this is our red. This menu, you have to start from the beginning here, and then you only click until the end, and that's all. Yeah? And on this side you have your lights, building elements, whatever. Yeah? And this is an example for the Philharmonie. When you go to Berlin, there's a Philharmonie, the Berlin Philharmonie. So this is a CFD task, and you see how complex. Yeah? Many people here inside sitting here, musiker, and then you need to find out a way how to run a CFD simulation with OpenForm. Yeah? So this building can understand, if you import this building, he can understand what's your task, OpenCFD, and then he set up the boundary condition for you. Only one is to export to OpenForm, and that's all. Yeah? But this is an example about one Philharmonie. This is quite big. Another project example. This is our government office. It's not so colorful. So here is Mr. Angelika Merkel. She's standing here and then she's shouting to us. So this is her room. And you see the room is very complex, and we have to find a way for OpenForm, because the fresh air is coming here in these small things here, and then you have a small mesh here, and then you push the air in the big room. Yeah? So you need to find a way, okay, how can we set up refinements, how can we set up the boundary conditions, yeah? And this is one way of a building from our consulting. Yeah? You see it's quite easy. Then one example for Energy Plus, and then I will show you how to set up the CFD and Energy Plus. Yeah. It's more overview, yeah, because you never heard about us. Yeah. It's the first time maybe for you. Yeah. So we have a look. And for CFD, I cannot start a big CFD case here. This is a small computer. Yeah. Normally for CFD you need more than 128 GB at least for good cases. Yeah. Some music? Dirk, this is your case. Huh? Okay, we stop it there. Okay. Now if you start with software, you have a project manager, we have a wizard. Okay, now you stop the other one. Nice. So let me click the other one. So this is our wizard. So here you can click on the wizard, you can choose, and he will support you to set up a simulation. We have also an in-app. If you see the button, you can click, and then the software will help you. He show you some button, press here, and the other one is license, new project. So if you start with a new case, you see this is our domain for drafting our building. Here you see is Oculus. You only press, turn on, then you can see all the software in the VR. Also multi-VR. Multi-VR, the meaning is you have your building, and then you ask your friend, please come. You can watch together. And all the classes use the VR, and then the teacher is in a room, and then he can teach, and you can see all the Oculus glasses in this model now. And then you can watch together. That's some architecture or the engineer, no need to come to one table. They only log in a multi-VR technology, and then they can walk together in one room, in one model there. The other one is the BIM server. This meaning you only log in the BIM server, and then you can connect, and then you can see the projects, and then you can download your project, and then you get your IFC. And every time if the architecture change your model, you get some messages, and then you can update your model, or you also can later push back your result to the BIM server. Then we have many add-ons, energy simulation. I think you saw a lot today about Energy Plus, and you're better than me because I'm not an Energy Plus guy. And grid simulation, that's open form. You can set up open form simulation easy. We have a rain simulation, a wind-driven rain. That's meaning in Asia we have a strong raining, and then so we need to calculation, okay, what happens with my building if there's a strong rain, and then we can simulating it, and we see, okay, the hole is quite big, a lot of water go in my building. That's all rain simulation. So you can set up the raindrops, whatever, and then you can choose your own rain, and then you let it rain to your building, and then see what happens. Yeah. Wind simulation, of course, it's a round block mesh. You can run a wind simulation like a tunnel. Solar radiation, daylighting calculation. You saw from design builder also. Then we have glare. That's meaning radiance in the background, shadow, daylighting shadow for architecture. Then we have sun. Fire simulation, I don't know, maybe it's not so important for you, but I like to burn a building. Yeah. Then we have comfort analysis, heat islands effecture. I don't know, maybe it's also not so important for you. That's meaning we have, for a few months, we have to, I hope we will close our airport, then we create a new city. So our consulting was to calculation the heat islands effecture. The people, it's okay, or that's too much sun, yeah. So we have to connecting all together, energy plus open form, radiation, and then we have to calculation the PT. So we need to adjust our software so he can calculation everything for us. Yeah? And certification is, at the beginning is ETTV, green mark, but later on we will add more certification, maybe like LEED. Yeah? And yeah, for Energy Plus, because you guys all Energy Plus, yeah? So we have some standards, like a room. You can create your building, your room name, and then we can drop like that is easy, yeah. I mean, Energy Plus engineer only always have a very simple room, yeah? So I'm impressed. Yeah? My models and CFD very complex, yeah? But so this is our easy room here, simple room. So the next one is only to make some windows, maybe here. Make it here. So, okay. That's all. And I told you I do not like to drop my model again if I want to use open form. Yeah? So first I can run daylighting maybe. Yeah? So I select, go to my solar glare. I can go to my settings and then fast, maximum, whatever I like. Yeah. You also can change the setting for radiance. If you are familiar with radiance, I know you know this value, and then only press OK, and then run the glare. Need some second. Also, you can run Energy Plus, because this room can run for Energy Plus. You only click on, you choose some weather. We have a lot of weather conditions, but in Germany we use test reference here, why you know about it. So we have a map here, you click maybe Berlin, and then, okay, radiance is done. You go to gallery, and then you have your map here, and then you can make your analyze whatever. You can start many other things like false color analysis, slices. You can put in a slice, whatever you need. But this building, then you run only Energy Plus. So you can use the same building and run Energy Plus. Yeah? And then for open form, you need to create some steps more, like a background mesh. You know, I want to create a background mesh. That's a new one. This is my background mesh. Yeah. So, but that's enough for engineer. Yeah? Only bigger and smaller. Yeah? Then we make our block mesh a little bit bigger because you cannot understand it's the plane that's the same size like a block mesh, so we make it a little bit bigger. And then we give him some information that I want to hold my mesh inside. My location point, create a new location point. That's all Control A, and we go to open form. And then we run also open form. And behind Energy Plus, my location point is also it. Oops. And you're not complaining, huh? Okay, again, block mesh. We create a background mesh for open form, and Snappy Hex Mesh is a powerful meshing tool. You can handle complex buildings. Yeah, you not take care about like 20 years ago. Yeah. You can only take your 3D model and then push it to open form, and Snappy Hex Mesh do the rest. Yeah. And open form, you can go to results, and then we need some standards, and then whatever temperature, and then you have the result. But I think that's not new for you. Yeah? But what you can do is, you close it. So, Snappy Hex Mesh is done. But for the boundary conditions for open form, you go here and then you can say yes, and he will updating my temperature or my heat flux. Yeah? So if I choose winter time, I only choose like October or November, he will updating my whole building for open form and then push it to open form, and then I can see what happened with my heating or with my building. If I choose to summertime, he will updating my my boundary condition for summertime. Yeah? And that I think is a nice option because 5 years or 6 years ago I had to do it in a net textbooks, text software. Yeah? It was very complicated. Yeah? Okay, have a look to the mesh. It's not very complex, the mesh. Yeah? So, it's a very simple mesh. Yeah? But you see, you can handling complex meshing, yeah, and building. Okay, let me check some other project because it's not impressive, I think. Yeah. This was a nice task for CFD also. We can import CTGML. I don't know, you know CTGML? In the most case, if you make a wind outside simulation, you can ask the government or the city, please set me some CityGML. Yeah? CityGML has a lot of information about building, information about the building, how looks the building outside. So we can import CityGML.
10 minutes, Tian.
Okay, I heard up. And then I can set up everything for my CFD or also for Energy Plus. Yeah? And in this building, you see how complex. I can import DXF, yeah, to see my building is okay. And for CFD, and I tell you, you don't want to do it manually in open form, yeah, in this way. Yeah. You need a graphical interface, yeah, because the task was, this is my block mesh, my area for my mesh. Yeah. And the wind is coming, and the owner of the shopping mall was a little bit worried about it because the wind can go down here in this area. And then the wind can go here and go to the entrance of the shopping mall. And then I need to find out which kind of ASHRAE can handle this kind of strong wind. And can you see this one? It's very small here. This is a machine pushing out some heat air. So the cold air, it's outside, like this one. It's like this one. The cold wind is coming here, and then this pushing inside. The machine have to push back the cold air. What's the English name? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like this one, yeah. So you see, we need a graphical interface which can handle complex buildings. Energy Plus can handle, can import many different 3Ds. Like IFC, during the IFC import, he can understand what is my task. Yeah? If I tell him I want to run a CFD, he can understand IFC and then he set up for me with one condition. Yeah? In the easiest case, I only click only one time and then he set up everything for me. Yeah? Then we can import OBG, okay, that's not so important, GBXML, CDGML, SketchUp, Autodesk, Rhino, point clouds. That's more if you have a laser scanning, you're scanning your room, you have a lot of points, and then you can import it, and then you can use it for your simulation. Yeah, but it's quite big. So for the Philharmonie, we have more than 20 GB, yeah, and point clouds. Yeah, so my notebook cannot handle it anymore, and yeah, that's one example. And in this example, I also have to include the subway. Yeah? If the subway coming down here in the stage here, you see, here's the subway, and also wind is there. The subway is coming, and then you need to include every physical, every wind. You need to include the wind, the sun, and everything is done by OpenForm. Yeah? Yeah, it's more like an overview about the software because it's quite complex with software. Yeah? So we have also construction. You can create your construction for Energy Plus. You have a database, a quite big database, because we cooperate with the TU Dresden, Technical University in Dresden. So we have a lot of materials. We have some glasses. Construction. Yeah, transparency, we have shading system, complex shading system, everything you need for Energy Plus. Yeah, but I told you I'm not an energy guy. Yeah, so I'm more a CFD guy. Yeah. But if you have some question about the software, you can come to the break and then we can introduce you more. Yeah. This is more like a small overview about the software because I guess you never heard about us. Yeah. Yeah, time is over.
Okay, we still have a few minutes left, but that's okay. So have we got any questions for Tian? Dave? Andrew?
Thank you. That's great. Just one question. When you do the energy plus simulation, is that predominantly just to get all of your battery conditions, or are you trying to do other things with energy plus as well?
So for OpenForm, the first step I need the heat flux and the surface temperature.
Right, so it's a space load calculation, but not a energy calculation.
And for OpenForm, I don't need the heat,
Yeah.
So only surface and heat flux is enough.
Any more?
But there's an energy guy.
Any more questions for Tian? No. Dennis?
Tian, I'm kind of interested in your fire dynamics and what kind of simulations you can run. Are they, can you run disaster scenarios, or are you just doing static events?
As the background, we not the background is the fire dynamic simulation FDS from the LEST, and this is a LES method. Yeah? So you can run from 0 to 2000 seconds. Yeah? Then you can turn on like sprinkler. Yeah. So it's a dynamic simulation. Yeah? It's not like static, yeah? And it's time dependent. But LES is you need a big effort, yeah, and long time for calculation. What we do is we take this model and then we can push it to FDS. Let's turn on and off at the moment. We can push it to FDS, and then the software set up everything for us to support us to run the building under FDS. And the result is that you have the same building like fire and smoke. Then you can create your scenario, you can move your open or cracking the wall, whatever you like. FDS is very powerful with fire software, but no interface. There's one interface, but normally you are faster with terminal. But for dormitory like this one, you need a lot of time. So it's the same building, export from our software, and then directly to FDS. So the biggest effort under the FDS is the building, set up a building.
Really interesting. Okay, any more questions?
Sorry.
Yeah, go for it, Andrew.
Yes, so could you make that, so with the workflow be drawing that model in SketchUp, for example, and then importing it into BIM HVACTool, and then doing your boundary conditions or whatever, and then doing the slope analysis. You could do all that. You could draw that geometry in SketchUp or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you import your SketchUp, the SketchUp model is a stupid model. There's only So, but the software can understand there's transparency. Okay, it must be some glasses or something. But for SketchUp model, OpenForm don't care about it because he also uses that stupid model for meshing. But for Energy Plus, then you need to change it to Energy Plus. There is some function who can support you to change the stupid SketchUp to Energy Plus. But the good one is if you have done with Energy Plus, you also can run it to FDS OpenForm. Only one model because I cannot pay my engineers a long time for modeling.
Okay, I think we'll... Oh, sorry, there's one question over here.
I have only a last comment. The important thing is that we only use free available solver solutions. Yes, like OpenForm, it's free, Energy Plus is free, NumRut is free, Radiant is also free, so that we don't get a commercial solution there. And with NumRut, for example, we have also we are also available for the functional mockup standard 2, version 2, yes, and so we can export the building in NumRut. We have the FDM method, better than Energy Plus, and there we can export all the boundaries, what you do for a building, and then you can model, you can calculate the model, for example, not only in model exchange, also with a co-simulation, and this is, on my opinion, the next step of the simulation tools. We have to couple the simulation engines, yes. No program is big enough, also not Autodesk, for example, with all these packages, to handle all these things, and therefore we want to couple a strong experience on each institute or laboratory, so that you can, okay, when you need a heat pump, for example, model, there are good models in Modelica available, for example, and couple it with a building simulation engine, and in other ways you can do it in the same way.
It's really, really interesting. Okay, I think it's brought us pretty neatly to... I almost got a heart attack when I saw 4:30 on Tian's. So it's brought us pretty neatly to 3:30. If we can have coffee now and be back ready to start at 4 p.m. sharp. We'll start the next session now. Okay, thanks very much. Oh, a round of applause for Tian.